You mind recording the D&D episode tomorrow?
You dare
Sure.
ping me?
Cool.
Yes.
Come on, Corey.
How
What you doing, man?
dare you?
How dare I abjure thee?
Can't you see that I'm trying to make sure a dog doesn't have to poop while we're on the
Right.
game?
No, I'm blind.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, I guess.
But that's what I was doing. And now he won't leave me alone. And he's got to sit and lay down.
Let me guess, you're tired? Or are you just trying to
Oh
chill?
boy.
No, I'm taking care of a dog.
Oh,
Because my parents are out for a 4th of July thing.
sweet. I was just telling Gavin I'm not going to be here for tomorrow's session because I'm going out with family, so I'm not hauling all
Imagine
my...
being out for a 4th
equipment
of July
shit.
thing on the 2nd of July.
I know.
I'm not
Well,
hauling all my
imagine
equipment
being
and shit
out
up there,
for a
so...
4th of July thing on the 4th of July. I mean,
right?
That's crazy. That's insane.
Right?
There you go. Now you calm down a little bit. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
I have to kind of
Oh,
get
boy.
in the
Get in the
zone a bit.
zone. Hey, that's all right. He left, so now we're good.
AutoZone.
because it's been
It's been a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Two,
has.
actually.
2 weeks.
like and with like all the shit that's happened in between.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to call you,
Oh,
but
that's fine. I was going to like bug you about it yesterday, and then I was not feeling very good like at all for a decent amount of yesterday physically. It all culminated in me having diarrhea, and then I was fine.
oh, well then.
But I am currently at my mom's, so I'm probably going to be for the rest of the month. Hopefully the thing that happened last time I was up here trying to play D&D doesn't happen this time.
What do you mean? Your
Yes,
internet goes out?
Since this will be the last season of D&D.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many episodes are we
Right.
going this year?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is
I-
just going to
I
be the
just know
last
this-
season?
Yeah, this is gonna be the last season.
Oh, okay.
But we will be playing Starfinder next.
Cool.
So, yeah, so there's that.
Sweet.
All right.
All right, so wait, hold up. Before we start, I should probably not be stupid and get out the list of characters
Yeah.
so I don't forget, because I know I'm going to. right before we started, I was trying to think of the side characters. I forgot Sigmund's name. So, yeah, I'd better.
Morning. Like, I have, like, no voice box right now, and it...
Oh,
What
What was happening with that?
I have no idea.
Was it because of the singing?
Yeah.
R.I.P., man.
I'm-
R.I.P. That's all I gotta
I'll
say.
argue with you on that later.
it's just the way she said that.
R.I.P., man.
It's
R.I.P.
the most out of. It's just
Out of context.
nah,
Out of context.
nah, man. It's fine.
East Coast.
I just, don't know. Since we came back from Tennessee, I just, like, don't have a voice.
It was probably the singing then. You
Well,
put so much
don't-
energy and passion into the singing
don't-
that you don't have a voice now.
So I'm
Don't
out of the
worry.
loop. Is it a joke,
I-
or did she go to Tennessee to like do some like performance or something? Or are you guys just joking?
it was a grand performance.
Oh, okay. It's
That
one of
was-
those big time performances. Okay.
Yeah.
don't worry. I have a feeling that Athena isn't going to be talking for much longer. Wink, wink.
Dun, dun,
It gets hit by a
dun.
rock.
Anyway,
Yeah. Portal to hell opens.
Portal to
That's
hell.
how the campaign starts.
Portal,
Portal to hell opens. Athena was the only one taken.
A portal to
there you
hell
go.
open. A portal to hell open. A rock flew out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
The station wagon from the BS campaign flies out of it.
Sweet.
with Satan riding in it.
Yeah, he's gonna give us our parking ticket.
Athena gets to
Uh-huh.
decorate.
You guys haven't paid for. You guys haven't
Yeah.
paid the toll for
Yeah.
a
And I
month.
forget to tell you. Yeah. You can't park down in hell for free.
There's a toll,
That's,
man.
you know,
Pay it up.
for that
That's-
car's
that's
extended
part-
warranty.
That's part of it. Being hell.
Right.
It's just
Yeah, it's
Big decision.
around $120,000 per hour to park.
Wah, wah,
Coming
wah.
up, like,
Better
They're
pay
trying
up.
to reach your car's extended warranty.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's one of those. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's what Satan comes out and says.
We're trying to reach you.
Yeah. Oh,
It even
We're trying to
sounds
reach
like
you
he's
about
over
your
the phone.
car warranties. Extended warranty.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Your caravan got destroyed in a forest. Oh, yeah. That's gonna cost extra, buddy.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
no.
your insurance doesn't cover forest destruction. It only covers
Yeah,
desert,
right.
alpine, and
Right,
savanna destruction.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Magical gray
I'll be right
grass
back, guys.
forests. Yeah, no, that.
Yeah. You only got the
A little bit, we had to
abyssal
delete
package. We only cover hell damages, sir.
Tessa,
What?
Well, what do you want us to? Well, you just killed Athena, so do we? I don't know.
what are you doing? Hold on, I'll talk to you later.
Do
about
you,
that.
do you
Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta go eat dinner.
All right. Do we?
cover like people damages to the
Yeah,
caravan?
yeah. Could we get like a discount or something for that? I guess I could give you like a 6% discount.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah.
I
See,
know we don't
I
have
would
to-
do the 666% discount, but we want to make money around here, so
Yeah, you'd be giving me like 566% of the money.
yeah, yeah, that's that's why it's hell for me.
Man, even Satan can't catch a break in hell.
All right. Okay, I think it's time
Okay.
for us to begin. Okay.
Where did we end last time?
Everyone was sad because Mariella died.
Poor baby.
And Athena, Gander, Sigmund's, and Angelica were walking back into the ruins of the castle. I think Lashana was there. Yeah, I think Gander was still carrying Lashana, I think. Then Dacius was just on his own, and Grom was keeping an eye on him, and then Darrell was spending some time with his wife, his dead wife. So
Angelica.
okay, so we begin with Dacius, who walked down towards the forest of trees from the graveyard, and he was trying to reflect on everything that's happened to him throughout this whole entire journey. And now, with Mariella gone, he realizes that everything linking him to his past is gone. He has no family. He has no more past friends. Even his caravan has been destroyed, and he doesn't even have it anymore. He's just trying to think about what to do now. So what does Dacius do now?
I want him to just start walking back towards the group.
So he gets back up and he starts to make his way over towards the castle. As he does, Grom, he's been watching him this whole time. He starts moving over to him. Are you okay?
Mostly.
I can tell she was a great friend of yours.
Yeah. And for a lot longer than I can remember.
I had a similar experience once my master died. He was the only family I could remember. The only friend I had for the longest time. Once he died, I thought my entire world had ended. But I can't say if it was revenge that drove me, or perhaps it was curiosity at where life could take me. But I continued onward.
Right.
Thanks to that, I met Sigmund, Angelica, and you. I made new friends, new family. I know it might not seem like much at first,
Right.
but
Well, I mean, the future's all I gotta look forward to now.
and
The only way is forward.
Grom nods, and they both continue towards the castle ruins. Now we cut to Athena, Gander, Sigmund, Angelica, and the unconscious Lashana. I honestly can't remember if she was unconscious when we ended the last game, but you know what? I'm just going to say she was.
I was going to say, I don't really remember, but, refreshing
They
the
walk
memories.
through the castle entrance. All of the chandeliers lighting the halls had fallen and shattered on the ground, if not completely just disintegrated from Mariella's magic explosion. So even though the midday sun still shone through the windows, it felt dark in that castle. And as they continued through, they saw some plates that had been thrown on the floor. It seems it was the maids and butlers trying to run away as fast as they could. Wasn't clear whether they actually were able to escape or not. And the further they went, they eventually came upon bodies of guards that were not able to escape the explosion in time. Athena, I don't mean to bother you, but what are you looking for here?
To the kings. We're gonna go downstairs to the king's lair, and we're gonna see what's there. It was protected, and the kings, it just needs a little blood to get through. There's all the jewels and crowns down there.
Gander nods, and they continue walking. Now, this is when Dacius and Grom make it to the entrance. They speed up their walk in order to try to catch up to everyone.
Good lord. Never expected to see this place so devastated.
Yes. It seems this is nothing but a relic now.
Well, at least the king and his goons won't be fucking with the army anymore. Or with anyone else for that matter.
Yes. A relic of the oppression. A relic. And they continue walking until they can see the group in the distance.
Well, Grom, I appreciate you looking out for me.
Of course.
Oh, God. Hey, Gander.
Gander turns around. Oh, Dacius. Are you doing all right?
Oh, still alive. So what are we doing here?
Going down to the king's lair.
Oh boy.
There seems to be some treasures down there.
Treasures that none of you guys... Well, okay. I'm going to give you guys gold.
I hope there's a tavern nearby that's ran by someone. Wouldn't expect many people to still be around here after this, but...
Your turn.
There is a tavern down in the capital city.
Or we can go to the...
Well, that's what I was referring to, you know.
In the kitchens, there's extra, so you don't have to waste your money.
Are there still kitchens?
There are.
All right.
You have to go all the way down to the bottom, though. We'll rebuild.
And they continue walking. And they eventually make it to the throne room, where the doors are completely gone. And as they peered through, they could see the sun shining in through the gaping hole in the ceiling. But as they were about to continue walking past it, Jellica went into the room.
Jellica, what are you doing?
She ran up to rubble that covered the middle of the room. She started digging through it. And eventually, she came back up and she opened her hand. In her hands were scales. They were Nigel's scales. However, they weren't black anymore. They were back to the nice silver sheen that they all missed seeing.
Man hit the demon out of him so hard that the demon in him just pissed off.
Odysseus.
And Gander walked up. May I have those?
Yeah, sure.
She handed them over. Gander gripped them in his hand.
Later, we'll do a burial ceremony for Nigel.
This might be selfish of me to ask, but could we hold off on that burial?
That's what you want? Yes. Alright. Sigmund, Jellica, Grom. Will you guys go... Well, Sigmund, will you get people and tell them that they go start gathering people and tell them that they will be paid to start cleaning out this room, specifically anything that's not rubble to put aside.
As you wish.
The
And
rest of it.
Sigmund gestured for Grom and Jellica to follow, and they began to leave the castle.
Nigel was about the best dragonborn I had ever met.
He was the best dragon I had ever met.
Mind if I ask why we're holding off his burial for a while?
There's something I feel responsible for what happened here. I can't prove that my being here affected anything, but even so, I feel like I
get that.
So, to make it up to Nigel, to have him continue to fight alongside us, I wanted to have these made into my armor.
We know we can get that for you if you want.
Yes.
Do you want
Thank
new
you.
armor or do you want that armor?
He'd look down at his armor. I've had this armor for a while now. I think I would like to keep it.
Fine. Come on. Let's go downstairs.
I figure Nigel would want to. I mean, if he was in his right mind, he would have wanted to try and help out the group as much as he could, even if he wasn't with us anymore.
Thank you.
And anyways, be a bit hypocritical of me to tell you no.
Yeah.
He looks at the
Paul.
piece of Paul in his hands.
All right. Come on. We're going to go down to below the dungeons.
They follow Athena until they make it to the stairway that led down into the dungeons. And as they follow it, they now notice that there was a smaller doorway, another passage. And this is the passage that Athena decided to take. And as they follow her, they notice that this section of the castle, due to being underground and so far away from the throne room, was still mostly intact. Some of the torches that line the walls had fallen off, but other than that,
Only the king's heirs know about this. His kids, because only the royal bloodline can open the door. In here, I will give you guys gold and anything else you guys might need.
thank you. And
I'm sure you guys have put this together, but I'm not coming with you.
you'll not.
No. And
Oh,
Decius, in here, there's another reason. I didn't want to just I won't be just giving you guys, useful things, but Decius, in here, there's two things I actually want to give you.
Oh?
But let's get in there first.
Alright.
as they continue down the hallway, they do enter a large kitchen. They're fairly large, not as large as the main kitchen in the castle, but for some hidden kitchen, it was fairly large. And there was a large table that seemed to have enough seats for all of the members of the royal family.
Now, Decius, I want you to go take food and alcohol. Whatever you want, whatever you need. It can all be restored. Same to you, Gander.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining as soon as she says, Decius, I want you to go take the alcohol. Can do.
You know, I might just get a glass of water.
Decius, you're going to need it for your journey or whatever.
I'll be able to get some along the way, don't worry. But
Gander, Will you please get food and alcohol?
Of course. Gander, he walks over and he begins grabbing as much as he can. As he is getting the food and he touches it, he realizes that this food has been magically enhanced to preserve it.
Everything in here was for our protection. If there were to ever be anything to happen, we'd live down here for a while.
Wow.
Now, when you're done collecting whatever you must need, we'll go to the other room. Aside from the bedrooms and stuff, but those aren't important.
All right.
Gander has a ton of food, a ton of bottles of alcohol, and he also has some bottles of water too, as you know him. And he carries all that with one arm, and he's holding Lashana in the other.
Shauna at the table.
He lays her down on a chair, and then he makes sure that she is straightened up so she doesn't just fall out of it.
Athena wants to line all of her daggers next to Lashana.
Ooh, okay, how many? Hold up, I gotta see how many she has. That's gonna be like a birthday present for Lashana. It's gonna be like Christmas, just all those daggers.
Like all of her weapons, like all of Athena's
boy,
weapons.
even the flail.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna have fun with the flail. Oh boy, she's gonna have 2 crossbows.
And like all of like the sling
Dual wield them.
Yes, dual wielding cross. The final boss walks up with 6 daggers and 2 crossbows. Hey, bitch.
She's gonna put all of the daggers on like a chain.
Yes.
So you just have daggers up and down the chain.
Yes.
Don't give me any ideas. I can give her a chain.
It's just the saw blade whip.
Then she'll be able to disembowel like 6 guards at once instead of just the one.
There you go. I'm imagining that now. Like I don't know, like skeleton soldiers or something charging up, and she just throws out the whip and goes through all of them. And she just has the most innocent smile on her face. Right. All right, there we go. I'll give her the No! Why did you have to crash? Don't crash on me. Please don't.
Like my voice did on me.
Okay, yes, we need a flail. And we need... where is it? Oh, a trident. We might be getting one of those later.
Oh. Hopefully Dacius doesn't have any kids along the way.
I can't even remember exactly how that happened. I know he got a kid and then he just threw it over. Isn't that why the Atlanteans tried to kill us? Because he tried to murder his kid or something?
I think so.
because they were like, you're polluting the water or something. That was amazing. That was amazing. Okay. What else am I? That's right. Sickle. Yeah, there we go. And all your poisons. We can't forget to give her your poisons.
Of course.
She needs all those poisons, you know.
Do what with? Is she just gonna dunk the daggers in them?
Maybe. I mean, you could tell her to do anything with them, and she'll probably do it.
I'm just gonna tell Tessa and be like, yeah, I give you all this stuff. Dunk the daggers in the poison, and
yeah.
whenever
Dip your
Dacius gets
daggers
on your nerves, just throw some poison at him.
yeah. Dip your daggers in the poison. Next thing that walks up to you, just throw the rest of the bottle right in their face.
Yeah.
Directions for use: keep away from children like 12 and under. Apply thin layer on all of your weapons. Discard the rest of it onto an opponent.
Yeah.
It's like the directions on like over-the-counter drugs.
It's like, who wrote these?
Only feed to someone else.
Especially someone that's an ant that gets on your nerves.
I love I love the idea that like even the potions that are made to hurt people have to have those labels, and they have to be checked by like the medieval FDA or something.
Yeah. Yes. Is this poison lethal? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now it has to kill someone within an hour, and only a certain amount of diarrhea and vomiting is allowed.
Yeah.
If it passes that threshold, then it's not.
Yes, you need to take it back here.
Yeah, don't use the poison if the seal on the top is broken. You know, that might mean that someone tampered with it and made it less poisonous.
Yeah. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. And if you accidentally consume your own poison, make sure to make sure to find your nearest cleric, preferably named Clark.
Keep in reach of small children.
If you wish to kill them.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't Lashana young or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she is the youngest out of everyone. I think she's like
no,
third?
Athena was the young.
Was she?
Yeah,
Who?
Because
the youngest?
Athena, but Lashana. I know Lashana wasn't much older than Athena.
Yeah, because Athena was like 15, right?
I always thought Lashana was somewhat younger than Athena.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Because I remember whenever we were doing it.
Oh, geez. Turning into a smoker as the session goes on.
Jeez.
I swear I'm not. My voice is just like dying.
I know. It's just...
Dungeons and Dragons, the real cost.
It's just... just Athena.
You can
just
quit.
Athena just started coughing up smoke. It's just, Gander just like, Athena, are you sure there wasn't like any fumes that were coming from, like you didn't inhale any of the fumes when you walked in, did you? And she's just like, no.
Yeah, I love the smell of burnt runes.
I love the fresh smell of burnt dragonborn. Oh. All right. So she lays out all of those weapons right in front of Lashana. Even though she isn't awake, as soon as she lays all that stuff down, they can see that she smirks.
I was kind of imagining she'd like put her arm around them and like.
Yeah, she puts both of her arms around them and hugs them as if they were like a teddy bear. Gander makes sure to take 5 steps back from her.
Okay, let's go.
So they continue down the corridor. And as they do, they see the door. It is a very basic looking door. It's not big or grand. It does have what appears to be a rune symbol on it. However, unlike all the other runes, this one appeared to be a lot older. It looked to be more worn down.
Dan,
Oh, can you repeat that? You cut out a little bit.
oh, sorry. Gander,
Yes.
I need you to cut my palm.
As you wish.
Make sure you don't use the funny sword.
Gander, he quickly notices he had that sword just out of a force of habit, so he quickly got out his old short sword. And with the slightest little like tink against her palm, a drop of blood fell, and it landed like right at the bottom of the door, and the door seemed to absorb it. And as it did, the rune on the door began to swirl around. And as it swirled, it began to expand and expand until it expanded outward to become the door frame. And after it did this, Athena put her hands on the door handle and was able to open it.
Touch nothing. And I mean nothing until I hand it to you.
And inside, there was gold beyond either Dacius or Gander's imagination.
Man.
It was piled everywhere. And everything in there seemed to be gold. There was gold coins, there were gold bricks, there were golden weapons. There even seemed to be what looked to be golden vials, possibly having potions in them.
First thing Athena wants to do is go take the golden, a gold crown and place it on her head.
So Athena, she goes all the way to the back of that room, and sitting on top of the largest pile of gold is a golden crown. And as Dacius and Gander watch, they realize it is almost an exact replica of the king's crown. Both of them then realize what Athena is planning on doing.
Athena,
Yeah.
you've grown quite a lot since you ended up hitchhiking in my caravan. We've had
Memories.
plenty of disagreements, but I mean, I don't think you could make the kingdom any worse.
It's my plan not to make it any worse.
Well, I believe you won't.
I do know a prevention I can take, but first, I want you guys to take gold, as much gold as you can possibly fit.
Can
This is
Dacius Oh, sorry.
This is just a very small portion of the gold we have, but I just need you to take gold.
Can Dacius look around for a helmet?
Yes. So as Gander and Dacius both begin to collect the gold and look around, they each find items of interest.
Don't take anything besides the gold unless you need me. Don't take anything besides gold unless you want, depending what it is. Ugh, can't speak.
Dacius finds a golden helm. It looks similar in design to the helmets that the guards wore. However, something interesting about it. As he looked at it, it looked as though it would fit his head, as if it was made for the
Oh.
architects.
Hey, Gander.
Hmm?
Human helmets don't normally look like this.
Don't touch it.
I would say not, especially with those two holes on the top. And the two holes that he was referring to as Dacius looked at it, it made him think that those were for his antenna.
Would you like it?
I think so.
Athena wants to go over, pick it up, and hand it to him.
Athena she walks over and she takes it out, and as she does, some gold coins fall out of it, and Dacius catches those. And she holds it out to him. He slowly lifts his hands. He holds it. And even though he wasn't around for the age of the architects, he wasn't there to experience what their civilization was like, just staring into this helmet gave him some odd feeling of nostalgia. It made him feel connected to his people. He slowly turned it around and put it on, and as him and Gander thought, it fit him. It fit him perfectly.
Any of the stuff we have here is from here from years, centuries, and maybe millennium.
The architects ain't quite dead yet.
And
Dacius,
after he said that, he kind of, because of like all the gold in the room, you could see like the reflection of yourself. So after Dacius put it on and he said that, he kind of put on like a fighting pose while wearing it, just to see how he looked.
Oh no. Don't even.
What?
Nothing.
How
Gander,
did
anything pique your interest?
Actually, yes. And he points to a shield. And the shield, it looked like it had runes on it, but they didn't give off that glow that runes did. It
Gander,
looked simply like writing.
this my brother used.
Oh,
No, I want you to have it.
if that's all right.
Yeah, no, Leo used this before, a long time ago, for practice with Sigmund. He used to practice all the time.
And she handed it out to him. And he took it in both of his hands. he closed his eyes, and what he was trying to do was he was trying to feel the battles that were fought using this shield. And of course, they didn't know what he was doing. But after a few minutes of holding this shield, he finally took off his old shield and he put the new shield on his back.
Would you like to leave that shield here?
If that's all right. It's not golden. It might
It
not.
will turn golden. Watch. Give it time.
Kendra had no idea what she was talking about, but he laid it down, and as it landed on a pile of the gold, it began to shine, and as it did, it gradually became more and more golden.
Have magic potions, like replenishing and maximum healing. Come over here with me.
Well, Gander, that shield didn't even need to be gold to be worth something. Not with what you've tried to do with it. What you've done with it.
Well, thank you. Now, as this is going on, Lashana finally wakes back up. And she notices that in her arms is a bunch of weapons.
Oh yeah.
And some poisons.
This is fun. I don't know what we're doing, but this is fun.
Oh my god.
She looks she looks around the room now after she just kind of stuffs her new weapons in wherever. And she looks around, she sees she's in a kitchen, and she tries to look around to see where everyone is, and she eventually walks into the doorway into the treasure room, and she sees everybody.
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
What are we doing?
Well, we're setting off for, I guess, our final quest.
Yeah.
Murder.
I guess no more messing around. We're just going straight for the heart.
Okay, alright, I have the perfect idea. Okay. Alright. So, Athena sees Lashana walk in. She thinks to herself for a moment, and she digs through the gold, and she pulls out a nice golden chain.
Ooh.
She walks over and she hands it in front of Lashana.
Lashana, this is for all your daggers. It will turn the rest of your daggers gold, though. Warning.
Sounds fun.
Lashana immediately just grabs it and she starts connecting all 5 of her new daggers onto the chain.
No.
And they turn golden, and she takes her old chain and she kind of loops them both together.
Okay.
And then that chain becomes gold. So now she has a super long chainsaw magic draining chain weapon.
Oh my lord. I'm trying to imagine what fights would look like with that thing.
Now, Dacius,
Yeah.
I need to give you 2 things.
Oh?
Guys, can you go out for a second? I'll shut the door. Don't touch the door.
All right. And Gander walks out and he kind of like moves Lashana to also move out, but she doesn't seem to notice. She's too excited about her brand new weapon and all the new ways she can kill with it.
Athena wants to shut the door.
Athena walks over. She shuts the door and she locks it just to make sure. And she walks over to Dacius. And
I have diaries. I have a diary entry for you. I wouldn't recommend reading it now, but after I give something else to you.
so she takes out the page that Mariella wrote Dacius. Now, because it's been 2 weeks and I can't remember what it said, I'm just going to say he takes it and he does read it. And after reading those words, it did make him sad, because it made him think if only he hadn't decided to forget everything, if only he had decided to stay around so that he could have stayed with her. But he then began to think about what this means, what the letter had told him. Mariella had been waiting for Dacius. In the letter, it showed that she had never truly forgotten about him, and even though it seems as though she did consider the possibility that maybe he did die off somewhere, she still kept hope that he would still be around. And it made him kind of reconsider everything about her sacrifice and what she ended up doing. She gave her life to save his because all she wanted seemingly was to see him one last time, and she was able to do so. And her giving up her own life was a way to preserve his memory in her mind.
Now, Dacius,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a potion. I want you to drink it, and then I want you to put your hand in mine.
All right.
It's nothing that will hurt you, I swear. And I will be giving you more tentacles.
It's fine. I know what you're trying to say.
Okay, I just want to say I like how it is canon that she cannot say pickled tentacle. I love that. All right. So
I'll give you more of your tentacles. And here's the potion.
So she takes out, it's one of the golden potions. And
I should give you the option. Do you want to be more powerful?
Really?
You know,
You want your boy?
no.
Dacius, you'd
I
have all my magic. And that means I wouldn't have the chance of lashing out and using my magic on anybody. It's not just me giving them to you just because I care, but it's also for my own sure reasons that I won't lash out and hurt anybody with my own magic.
Athena. you're gonna want that whenever you get older. I know you're scared of lashing out on people now. It's kind of a similar thing to when Mariella would lash out after having too many things to drink. But
except
I know.
she would drink and I'm just hot-headed. There's a difference.
But you're going to want those abilities. And I know you're going to be able to learn to use them responsibly. And the only way you're going to be able to learn to use them responsibly is if you still have them. And if anything, I hope by having to hold yourself back more, you'll become a more responsible person.
I mean, I want to be queen, and I'm sure my brothers will hate me. I mean, all of them will probably try to find the entrance, but
Well, hey,
other
you just got to make sure you're the queen in the people's eyes. You know, what all these other royal people think, their opinions may matter to you, but the thing that decides whether or not you are the queen is whether the people are willing to call you one. So,
do you want another cloak? Because that one's filthy.
I'm gonna keep this one.
But Stacey,
hopefully,
it's gross.
I'm gross, but also I'm hoping I won't need it too much longer.
Well, in the capital, my goal is to change things to where anybody will be accepted. There is something else I want to give to you. A golden whistle.
Haven't you used that?
No, it's a golden whistle from here.
Oh. What does it do?
So, I give you permission to open that door and let Gander and Lashana back in.
Alright. Wait, hold on. Am I gonna, turn to gold if I touch this door?
No, I gave you permission.
Alright.
He's afraid. He reaches out his hand very slowly.
Stop being a wimp.
And opens the door, and he's fine. And as he looks out, he sees that that Gander is still trying to keep at least 5 steps away from Lashana, especially now that she is gleefully admiring her new torture tool.
Get in here.
Yeah, I had to go fill up the washer.
Get in here.
Gander realizes that they open the door, and he kind of inches toward Lashana and just kind of taps her on the shoulder with his one finger, so she lifts her head to see what's going on. And
get in here. I'm losing patience.
So they both make their way in. Lashana's kind of hoping that she has another weapon for her.
Yes, Lashana, I have another weapon for you.
Yay!
Oh.
She runs back into the room. And Gander walks in as well.
Okay, magic replenishers. Theseus, I'm going to give you 6 of these.
I'll probably need all of them.
And then I'm going to give you each 6 healing potions.
All right, here I gotta write this down.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a lot. I'm not gonna remember, especially I don't know if we're gonna play tomorrow or Sunday because 4th of July stuff. But if we don't, then yeah, I'm gonna need to put this down because I'm not gonna remember anything. We're gonna be in a really tough battle, and then someone's gonna be like, "Oh, do I have a health potion to use?" Man, I don't know. I don't think so.
Roll a 1d2.
yeah. If you get a 2, you do. If you get a 1, you don't. Oh, you got a 1. Well, I guess you don't have any more.
Damn.
Athena's spirits, dumbasses. I gave you each 6. Like, Athena, what are you doing here?
Yeah, y'all are just idiots. This is why I didn't come with you guys anymore.
Yeah, she's not even the queen. She's just like hanging out in like a hotel or something.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Or an
actually
inn,
become
I'm
queen,
sorry.
losers. I just wanted that crown really bad.
Damn.
I'm at the Adventurers Guild. Yeah, I just decided to join Sigmund's party because he's a lot cooler than you guys.
Yeah,
I
me and
mean-
Delic get along pretty well.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
I feel like they would get along really well until
They
the
would.
one time where one of them like does something to the other and then they just like have the most passionate hate for each other
Turn
till
into
the
me
end
and
of
Rochelle.
time.
Gavin, turn into me and Rochelle.
Yeah.
I want that to be in an alternate timeline where Athena learned nothing. That is what happened.
Damn. Y'all want to keep Athena terrible.
I don't want to
Not
keep her terrible.
really.
I just think it's hilarious. Okay, here we go. Alright, finally. There we go. Lashana actually has healing potions.
Well, all of you guys have healing potions now.
Alright. Now, what else does she want to give them if there's anything else?
Okay, so then I have a whistle. I have 2 whistles. Who wants the 2 whistles?
What do the whistles do?
Okay. Don't get all snappy with me, Dacius. I'm not in the mood.
You asked me if I wanted a whistle, and then I asked you what it did, and then you just told me to open the door, and now you're
I mean-
asking us if we wanted whistles again.
I mean, I guess it could summon Ishtar.
No.
Wait.
Whoa.
Where is Ishtar?
Oh my lord.
Gander, I have people looking for Ishtar. Be calm.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, if you use a whistle, it will break. So you'll have 2 times. But
Oh, idea. All right, there.
it summons protection.
Protection.
Yes.
It will summon like these warrior figures, but after they're stabbed or gone, they can't protect you anymore. But it would give you guys a chance to recoup or something. It's like these spirits.
Gander decided to take one. I suppose it could come in handy. Oh wait, did you say Lashana wanted one?
Yeah.
All right.
Use the other one.
All
There
right.
you go.
Let me add that into the inventory.
I think I'll stay away from those things.
Dacius, sometimes I want to stab you.
Well, I don't
Do
know
it.
how well me and the spirit warriors would get along.
They're not there. They're there to protect you. I gave it to you for you. Ugh.
Well, they can protect Gander and Lashana. How about that?
They'll still be protecting you, you idiot.
All right.
Am I allowed to deck him with a knife?
That wouldn't be decking. That would be stabbing really hard.
Unless I guess if you hit him with the flat side of it, I guess you
Okay.
could do that.
Or the butt of the knife, like the
Yeah. I guess you
not
can-
sharp end.
Yeah. So all right.
No.
She takes a dagger, a golden dagger out. What do you want to do? Do you want to? hit him with the flat side or the.
And like on the shoulder, and then just hand it to him. Like, keep the dagger.
All right. So she takes it out. She hits him on the shoulder. Not too super hard, but hard enough for it to hurt. And then she just held it out for him to keep.
Ow.
I
Jeez, thanks.
lovingly hate you.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where are
Anyway.
the whistles? I'm still trying to find the whistles.
So,
I found the musical instrument, but that's that. I mean, I guess that could be a whistle, but
no, I gotta keep my musical instrument, my
Da-
octor thingy.
yeah, your ocarina.
Ocarina, that's what it's
I
called.
want Dacius to find a lute and then roll like a 20 so he can play medieval through the fire and the flames.
I mean, do you want to try? I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do on the. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't want to spoil. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Dacius, something catches his eye in the gold. Something else. And he points to it. Oh, hang on real quick. I think the mail just came, so I will be right back.
The mail has arrived.
Pizza. Where did my phone go? That's probably a better question. There it is.
All right, I'm back.
Oh boy.
All right. So, did he ask for what he was pointing at, which is a golden lute?
Yes.
Did she
Well,
give it to him?
Actually,
He didn't ask.
no. And I don't think he wants to.
All right.
Partially just because I think he's got enough, but also just because I don't know.
All right.
I don't want like all of his stuff to be golden or whatever.
Fair enough.
So
Does Athena want to give them anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can give unless there's something else you guys see in here.
Oh wait. Real quick. I gotta give them all. What? How much gold do you think they should have gotten? Like 1,000 pieces or something? Let me think.
Did Lashana collect any gold?
Oh yeah. No, she didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna give everybody 1,000 gold. I think that's enough. And I will say that Athena walked up to Lashana and just kind of dumped a whole bunch of gold right in front of her. And Lashana just decides to take it because, I mean, hey, it was put right in front of her. So
This is mine now.
That was the point, Lashana.
There's the point, Jonah. I know. I just said it out loud.
And I was the one that carried it over there to you.
so now we all have 1,000 gold.
oh Lord.
And Gander, he looked kind of disappointed. And
Something
wa-
wrong.
he walks over and he gives Athena a hug. I guess this is goodbye then.
No, it's not. I gotta go upstairs and find Sigmund and see if he wants to stay. So you'll get to talk to me for like 5 more minutes.
Well, she did kind of ruin Gander's moment. So to not make it awkward, he just decided to stop hugging her and kind of walk back with the others.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's go.
So Athena leads and starts leading everybody out, and then Gander looks at Daisy. She really hasn't changed much at all, has she?
Yeah, like I really want to say she has, but
No, Athena did not. Athena, I guess you can choose. Athena either didn't hear that or she did, but she has decided to ignore it.
She did, but she ignored it.
Okay, so she did kind of like turn her head a little bit just to show that yes, she did hear it, but she decides not to say anything. And they walk out of the royal family chambers, and they went back upstairs. And waiting outside is Sigmund and the rest of the other party, and they do have some people already standing outside. Some have already started going to work and fixing the castle, but others are just kind of looking at it in shock because it's never been in this state before.
Everybody.
And they all turn and they look at Athena. Is that the princess?
Whatever you feel comfortable addressing me by. Princess, Athena, Queen, nobody, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But I'm here to help. The king was working with demons. I will explain the whole truth at some point. Today we lost a friend named Mariella who was so brave. She helped a lot. I want to help rebuild this castle and start from something new and make the capital what it could be. I see a brighter future for the capital. I have met so many people that aren't human. I'm not human, but I think we could change and develop.
You might want to be a bit careful talking about non-humans. I mean, the king did just die.
Oh, don't worry too much about that. We've been informed there was actually a demon right by the courtyard. The courtyard over there. And they're all confused. Athena and the group are confused about that. Sigmund walks over and he kind of gets close to them, and he tries to say it as quietly as possible so the others couldn't hear. Jarrell decided to play the part.
Aye.
He said, and he pulls out a piece of paper that was folded up. He said to give this to you. He'll meet you at the address written.
Wait, who did he go up to?
He's just holding it out like to the group.
Can Dacius take it?
Yes.
All right.
So Dacius takes it, and he unfolds it to read what is written. And it says, Port Nautilus. And Dacius knows Port Nautilus. He knows that this is where a lot of the sea trades happen. It's the most popular place in the kingdom for sea trading, since, well, it is a port. In fact, it is the only large port in the entire kingdom. So that is where most of the sea trading and the fish come from.
Well, Gander, you might get to meet some of my Merchant Guild buddies, assuming they're all still alive.
Oh. Well then. And more townspeople eventually start walking up.
Sigmund.
We've heard about what happened to the king, and we are willing to trust you as our new leader.
Appreciate that, and I will do the best I can. I want to restore the court, get a new royal guard. I want to interrogate my brothers, because I'm sure some of them had much involvement in this whole arrangement. And we will need new staff in the kingdom, so there will be hiring positions there. And we will start welcoming in different races aside from humans.
And they all started to talk amongst themselves. And as they did, Athena looked amongst the crowd, and she sees Terry standing there. But she had moved her hair away to expose her elven ears. And everyone, all the townspeople that were there, looked to see her doing this. And eventually, more townspeople began to show that they were not as human as they all seemed. There were some gnomes who used stilts to make them human-sized. That revealed that there were very few, but there were a few tieflings that, just like Jellica, used spells in order to conceal their true nature.
I want no one to be ashamed of who they are, and there will be much change. And I want to be part of that change, and I want to help the world change. The Royal Guard, I met some people in the Royal Guard, and they died today trying to defend against a demon. And in our Royal Guard, we're not just going to have humans. We're not going to just have humans in the military. And I will be open to any type of suggestions. And my room will not be in the castle. I will create an office for suggestions that's not in the castle, so anybody can come and you won't have to go through much security at all.
Not much of a castle to put the room in anyways at the moment.
Theseus, I'm not dealing with you at this moment.
This did act, even though Athena did kind of snap at him, she did realize that some people in the crowd did laugh at Dacius' joke.
Can Dacius put down his hood?
Yes, Dacius puts down his hood. And everyone in the crowd is kind of shocked, not because he is, not human, because, well, I mean, they've all been showing how a lot of them are also not human. It was the fact that none of them had really seen his kind before. But as he does this, and Lashana even steps forward and shows that she is a drow, everyone in the crowd starts to cheer, or most people in the crowd start to cheer. There are a few humans that look a little awkward, a little bit confused about all this, but eventually they all decide to join in as well. And everyone is applauding and chanting for the new kingdom. And this, with all the stress and everything Athena had to deal with throughout this whole ordeal, she finally, after seeing this, has a genuine smile on her face. And it could have just been the way that the sun was positioned at that moment, but it looked like the crown on her head just shone a little bit brighter as the kingdom chanted for her. Eventually, as the crowd died down, what appeared to be one of the royal guards that did manage to make it out walked over. Your Majesty, we found the dragon in question. He seemed to have been chained up in the Griffin stables.
Wing.
And there was Ishtar.
Did you let him loose?
And he was untangling like a it was sort of like a leash thing that was put around Ishtar's nose, and he kind of unraveled that. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. We had to use it to lead him here.
He is a good dragon. There's no need for that.
Yes, Your Majesty. And Ishtar kind of like shook his head, and then he kind of lifted up into the air just to fly onto the other side, so he was by the group.
Guys,
You've been queen 10 minutes and you've already done a whole lot of good.
I hope I continue this year. You guys are
It'd be
welcome back here
nice.
at any point. But
I'm
Sigmund,
sure we'll be back.
but Sigmund,
Yes, Your Majesty.
don't even.
Right, Athena.
Anyway, I don't like being called. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Do you want to stay here and help me?
He pauses and he looks at Jellica and Grom,
Of course, if they wanted to stay, they could too.
and he turns to them. I know we've been together for a while now, and I would love it if you two would stay, but I completely understand.
I want to go. I want to help. I can help, right?
We're a team, aren't we? We should stick together.
Sigmund, you
So-
can go if you want to.
We wish to help you here. You two, thank you. Yes, Athena, we will help you rebuild.
I guess it'll be up to me, Gander, and Lashana to make sure there's a world left to rebuild in.
And if you need any help, we can send people to help you.
Actually, Athena, you might want to send some people to Concord. I don't know if we're going to be able to swing by there on the way to Port Nautilus.
You trust me not. You think I don't have something already lined up for that?
Good.
But Jellica, I want you to be one of my first new council members. Same with you, Grom.
And they look at each other. Jellica looks extremely excited. And Grom, he looks very surprised, but he smiles and he nods.
I'll do my
Mhm.
best.
Jellica, I think that you could help me with understanding the different magic. And I also believe that, having a tiefling, not as an insult or anything, but to have a tiefling on the council would show people that we are accepted.
And
Great.
it would also show people that, tieflings aren't going to exactly burn villages,
True.
at least.
There's that.
And Grom coughs under his breath. She might.
Well,
Come on. Look at that face. Okay, don't, because you probably will see a murderer.
And they all start laughing.
but Sigmund, I want you to be the military leader.
That It's a great honor. Thank you.
And if you guys see anybody, Gander, Lashana, and Dacius, if you see anybody that might need refuge or help, send them to our capital. We can have jobs lined up to help them.
Oh, with where we're going, I'm sure we'll find plenty.
We'll send them.
We will.
Thank you.
As they said this, they knew that it was time for them to go. So Gander, he felt a bit awkward after what happened last time, but he still decides to go in for another hug. One last hug.
Athena wants to hug him.
What was that, Tessa?
Learn your lesson.
Athena wants to hug him back.
After their hug, Gander looks at her. You know, you truly have grown.
I think that's a good thing.
I'm glad I got to meet you.
And I'm glad that you were there. And I apologize to all of you. Especially you, Dacius.
Don't worry about it too much.
But come back at any point and we'll be here. Lashana, try not to kill too many innocents.
I don't kill innocents. I just kill people who annoy me.
Try not to kill too many people that annoy you, because
So
not all of them are terrible.
Yeah, do people being annoying make them guilty to you?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Oh.
wait, why haven't you killed me?
Well, you should assume I haven't thought about it.
Fair point.
Can Dacius look and give all the other party and Athena a salute with both his right hands?
Yes, he does that, and Gander follows his example. And Lashana, she thinks they're both stupid, but just so she doesn't feel left out, she decides to do it too. But she does roll her eyes while she does it.
I will, guys. Now, don't forget to feed Ishtar, and don't forget to bring Wings back here, or send Wings back here.
Well, actually, as she says that, she can hear a call from the sky. As she looks up, she sees there is Wings.
My baby.
And he flies down right next to her.
This is the Royal Griffin.
And he caws, and the rest of the townsfolk cheer. And as they cheer, this is when the party gets on Ishtar.
Hey, Gander.
Yeah?
You think we can swing near Concord? And I want Dacius to look at one of the bottles of alcohol he has. I think there's someone who might be interested in joining us.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
And so Ishtar lifts up from the ground and begins to fly off. But as they fly up in the air, the other party and Athena all wave. And they wave back as they fly off. And that is where this session ends.
Oh, boy.
That was great.
This is going to be something.
That was great.
Well, much less depressing than I was
Yes.
thinking it was going to be, which is a very good thing.
All right. So Audrey, are you okay if I do some behind the scenes
Yeah.
with this decision? Okay. So originally, Audrey had requested me to kill Athena off, which is what I was going to do. But then, as I was thinking about it, I couldn't think of a good way to kill her off that would really work with the story. And plus, Mariella just died. So it would kind of,
Sad.
yeah, it would kind of throw that off because everyone was already sad about that. And then there'd be that too. And it would just kind of be a bit too much. So then I thought, what if instead of killing her off, we made it so she couldn't be in the party anymore? So the part where she was trying to get Dacius to take her power, that was actually my idea. Because what I was thinking was Athena decided that she wanted to become queen, and because she wanted to try to be queen, she didn't want to have all that power and accidentally misuse it like she did a whole bunch of times. So she was going to give them to Dacius, not only to show character progression, not only to give him those powers that he has been wanting this whole time, but also as an in-universe reason for why she can't join the party again. So that's why that happened. I am glad how this actually turned out, though, because yes, she does still have her power, but I think Dacius's reasoning for why she should keep it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I'm glad with how that turned out, and I am happy that this was a pretty happy session. Like, yes, it is a little bittersweet because they did have to say goodbye to her, but they can always come back and see her. It was a nice goodbye.
I think, like, for me, it's just the kind of the thing that makes this a lot more uplifting is the fact that this is like the final stretch, right? This isn't just them in like the middle of the story deciding, hey, we have to split up for some like really sad reason. Like, no, this is like they're going off to finish things.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to keep like Sigmund, Grom, and Jellica there, because I know that they...
Yeah.
Which that works a lot better than what I was originally planning. What I was originally thinking was they would go with our group to Port Nautilus, but then when they got there and everything, then they would say goodbye and be like, we're gonna go back to the Adventurers Guild and leave this to you. But I think this makes a lot more sense, and it's also a good kind of way to close out their character arc.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for this last stretch. Oh, and what happened with Athena also works well with my ending, which I will tell Audrey what Athena's ending was or is going to be. It's only if you want to, because we have made it. We have structured the story in a way now to where if she doesn't come back, that is explained and it's perfectly okay. So,
well, like I'm just saying, if you ever come back to like the kingdom or something, yeah, I'd be willing to.
Yeah.
Fine. We're I wasn't going to go back to the kingdom for like an actual like the characters go back for like a conversation. It was just when we beat the final boss, I was going to do an epilogue where I basically explain where all the characters are now.
Cool.
And for Athena, I was going to have her.
Right.
Right. She was going to be the new queen, which I was planning that for a while. I was planning that before you even asked if. Before you even asked to have Athena leave the group, I was thinking, yes, she was going to be the new queen by the end. And there is a little bit extra to her ending, but I don't want to spoil it because it does have to do with another character.
One thing I will say, Audrey, definitely don't worry too much about it. With the way everything works now,
Yeah. Don't feel like you're hurting the campaign or anything.
Yeah.
Because we got it. Everything's good. We have the story to a nice point where her character is pretty much finished.
One thing I will say about this campaign is there's definitely a part of me that wants these characters to go on an adventure again, like Dacius and Gander and the rest of them. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like if we were to ever do another campaign with these same characters, I just feel like there has to be a stopping point somewhere.
Yeah, so I did have an idea for a continuation campaign, and I don't know how that would even work with how I'm structuring the ending and the epilogue. So because it probably won't happen because we are going to do Starfinder next, and because the ending I have planned is pretty final, pretty just this is the end. I will explain what it was going to be, because there is something that will come up before this campaign ends, where they talk about the gods and what the gods have been doing. It goes into that part from the BS campaign where the past campaign is connected to this one. It goes into that. And that will be explained before this campaign is over.
Oh,
but
boy.
The next campaign I was thinking of, if we ever did one with these characters again, is that the gods either do their thing again, even though they had no reason to do it, or something. They do something like that where they do the thing that they've been doing that they shouldn't have done again due to what happens in this campaign. So our party is pretty mad about that. And the campaign is about them trying to go up to the gods, figure out why they're doing that, and either stop them, possibly through force, or coming up with a new way to do that.
Just kill the gods.
I wish I could say what they've been doing, but that's going to be covered later. So
yeah, I think for now, I'm just going to kind of be going off as though this campaign, after this, the characters are just kind of done. Maybe they could be used for a later campaign or referenced or mentioned in something, but
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask, and unlike last time where it was directly connected to the plot,
yeah.
it's not going to be directly connected to the plot. It's going to just be just a little fun background lore thing. If you remember, in Starfinder's official lore, it is connected to Pathfinder, which is basically D&D, but it's played a little different, and it's
Yeah.
from different people. So basically, it takes place like after the D&D world, the gods do something, and like everyone just kind of forgot everything, and they have no idea what's going on, but they do know that this one god made these space engines that allow them to travel through space. So what I was going to ask is, would you like it to our Starfinder campaign to be canonically set after the D&D campaign where that did happen, where like the gods did something and that put us into space, but it's still like thousands of years after our D&D campaign, our characters can actually show up again.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have like some reference to them, like maybe a name drop or something, or like there's like a piece of armor or something named or designed after one of the characters.
I am kind of torn on that because on the one hand, it's kind of like the continuation of the spirit of our characters and of that world. On the other, it's like, I don't know. I guess like a reminder.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. It's like you want Starfinder to kind of be its own thing.
I think what we might be able to do is possibly keep those parts of the Starfinder lore a bit like vague until we've played it for a bit, and then
Okay, all right.
and of course that might be a lot to ask.
Well, it's just because like it wasn't even going to be something like actually brought up or anything, and the gods. Well, okay, I guess technically a god is important to the plot, but it's not like the gods, you know. It's some space horror that is connected to Cybrix's backstory.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, you know, I can say that because that's just part of his backstory. That's his character.
Yeah.
We're gonna play the Starfinder campaign after July, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I will be able to play Starfinder if it's after the end of July.
I don't know. I don't know if we will be playing it this summer because it all depends on when we finish this campaign.
Yeah.
Which I will say, because I did just get a new full-time actual job. And the thing with this job is my schedule is a little bit weird. So we might have to change up the days we can play for like next month. Because
All right.
because like my first month, because I'm going to be doing training for the first month, it's going to be like regular work time, 8 to 4. So, you know, like that's perfectly fine. But then I believe after that, when I'm actually doing work, I'm going to be like, my days are really weird. I think my days are like Thursday through Monday. I think those are my days. So I do work on the weekend, but I have Tuesday and Wednesday off. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But
I don't know why, but I guess like I'm just kind of getting the same feeling I did near the end of summer whenever it started to hit home that the campaign is going to end eventually. Of course, at the end of last summer, I knew that it was going to continue, so you know, it's kind of like a intense like anxiety mixed with nostalgia.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get that. I have that same feeling because yeah, like you get excited that the campaign, we're getting to the final act and a lot of epic things are about to happen, but then you also realize, oh, it's
That's
almost
it.
over. Yeah.
And
It's gonna be like, and you'll look back, you'll watch the videos, and you'll realize all the stuff that happened. You'll be like, yeah, that was a pretty good campaign, but during the moment when you're at the end, it's like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the campaign has been incredible. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I completely know what you're saying. It's not because of the quality of the campaign or anything. It's just that feeling. It's like that feeling you get when you're at like the end of the movie, or like you're near the end of a really good book.
It's like and I guess what's making it like feel
series.
a lot stronger to me like this time around is not only is this like actually it's not like we're just taking a break for the school year, but also just because what was I going to say? I completely forgot. I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh my god.
Well, that's all right. I get what you're saying. I have the exact same feeling.
Oh yeah, it's like the other reason that it's kind of difficult is because I realize that like even though I really want it to continue, this is probably where it should end.
Yeah.
So that
because this is a very good place to end it.
Yeah. It's
like a lot of character arcs have wrapped up. I really think the only character arcs we really have to finish are Dacius's and Gander's.
And maybe like a while down the line, assuming we're all still in touch, we might revisit these characters, but
I would love to. Like even if it's not even for like even if it's just like an alternate universe like mini campaign or something.
Yeah.
Like I would still be completely down for that. Just so we could have these characters back together again, not having to worry about how it affects like the actual plot or anything. Just have them go on a cool adventure.
Yeah. But I am also excited for Starfinder just because largely because
Hey, I'm gonna get off here.
All right.
Hey, do you want to talk sometime later?
Yeah, just text me.
All right. Well, I'll have to DM you on Discord or Instagram.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't have service.
I know. All right. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off too, but yeah. So can you two play tomorrow? Let me just ask that real quick.
As I know,
probably.
Hopefully, as far as I know, I can.
All right. So
yeah, I'll talk to my mom to see if we're gonna be doing anything around 7:30. I don't think so.
All right, because I know some people celebrate on July 4th and some people celebrate before then. So
yeah.
Yeah, just wanted to ask. But all right, so as far as we know, we'll play tomorrow, and if not, then I guess we'll, I don't know, maybe wait until Monday.
All right.
Alrighty, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. See ya.
Bye.